When you do this right, they will be the one running away from you. Now let me show you what would happen once it is done properly. That database injunction we've just shown. This is one of the few examples by one of the people that actually took this course before I began publicizing the fact that it was available. Many people used to do this course, but instead of me making it into a video that's pre-made, I just went over it live. But I realized it was taking too much time. Hence, me creating videos and then publicizing the fact that now that there's more time, I can get more people in it. When I did my database injunction, it was back in about 2015. And they gave me a letter back then. That was a while back. So I don't want to show those old letters. I want to show you something recent. January 14, 2025. This is one of the people who took this course and did it. This is one of the ones that they got as a response from Lexus Nexus. They actually received the phone call 2 days before this letter. Now, I'm not sure if you have your calendar close, but 2 days before January 14, 2025 is a weekend, a Sunday. They received a call on a Sunday from the executive office of Lexus Nexus telling them, can we speak to so-and-so? Now, I wish they had recorded this, but they did not. And they were apprehensive of who was calling them because there was no caller ID. So they dropped the phone once. I'm re-narrating to you what they told me. They dropped the phone once and the call came back immediately and said, we would like to speak to you about a legal document we received regarding your personal information. Then they started listening. And whoever this was that called from the executive department of Lexus Nexus was basically buck dancing, telling them, we've removed all your information from our database. We apologize if there's any misunderstanding. We would like to let you know that if there's any other further information that you require from us, we were more than happy to do that. If you have any questions in the future relating to so-and-so, just let us know. Is there a way we can help you, ma'am? She said, no, not really. But what is this about? Again, remember, I'm paraphrasing. They said, well, it was this letter from so-and-so Express Trust, the beneficial holder of, they mentioned as Legas, and she knew exactly what it was, that it was the database injunction. In short, that call was to basically say, look, everything you mentioned in the database injunction as to our monetary liability, we don't owe you anything anymore, right? Since we've already fixed it up. And just so you know, we're sending a letter to confirm that also. And she said, no, yeah, you're fine. And then after that, they disclosed to her that that was a recorded line. It was a contract, verbal contract on a recorded line, basically getting her to say, yeah, you're not liable anymore because you satisfied your liabilities that I put up in the database injunction. Now, the mistake she made on her end was she wasn't recording it, but she couldn't have known to. But nonetheless, this was the letter she received 2 days after that phone call on January 14th. I redact her information. Regarding opt-out confirmation, thank you for recent contact to Lexus Nexus Risk Resolution Lexus Nexus in parentheses with your request to be excluded from any list that Lexus Nexus provides to companies who may send you pre-screened offers of credit or insurance. These are the terminologies required in 15 USC 1682 et al. When it comes to the ability to access people's credit and then buy and sell from data brokers, so and so. We have updated your Lexus Nexus risk solution files. See what I mean when I say these entities have files on you? To reflect your election to be opted out of future offers. Now, this sentence right here is what they use as double speak to say, we've updated the file we have on you that you didn't know we have on you because, well, you didn't sign any contract with us. You barely even know who we are. And if you did, you barely even know what we do or what we have regarding you or whether we are selling and buying information from, with, to, or relating to governmental agencies like the Alphabet Boys or other data aggregators and data brokers. In addition, SageStream LLC is now a part of Lexus Nexus, and you will see this exclusion, meaning That thing a lot of people going about when they want to not be part of quote unquote the system. The system has many compartments to it. Think of a clockwork or a watch. Those little wheels that move, there are many different parts that make that thing tick. This is one of them. And you want to be excluded from that. You want to be exempt from that. You want to be without that. You want to be outside of that jurisdiction. They're giving you a letter letting you know that. Do you know that when predictive policing is done, one of the main information that your local municipal police purchase is from these people, Lexus Nexus? Do you know that? Exclusion. You'll see this exclusion reflected on your file with SageStream LLC, if one exists. Now they're letting you know SageStream LLC and Lexus Nexus are the same thing. So if you send a database injunction to Lexus Nexus, SageStream is also caught up in that. If you looked at the language of the database injunction, you see how it encompasses everyone they're involved in, starting with the name and title where it says successors and assigned, and then how it entails everyone they work with, or companies they hold, or companies that they're held by, or their partners, etc., etc., based on how contracts work. This is the part that made me laugh when she sent me this letter. Listen to this. For your benefit, meaning you're the beneficiary of this, as you've shown in the heading of the database injunction. So-and-so Express Trust, beneficial owner of Within's Legis. For your benefit, we have applied this as a permanent opt-out, meaning leave us alone for good. Stay away from our system for good because you're a liability. The reason why they're selling, purchasing, exchanging data is so they could benefit from it, so they could make monies from it. Now they're saying for your benefit, what benefits you is for you to be outside of their system. We have applied this as a permanent opt-out, meaning you are not part of our dossier. You are not part of our database anymore for good. This right here is one of those things where they put a tag that benefits you in their database that, look, see this one right here? Don't screw with it at all. Just anytime you see this combination of information to which we've added this database injunction into our system as a reason why we don't want to fuck with it, leave whoever this is alone. Leave them alone completely and wipe their information away from anything that might be sold or transferred. But make sure that this combination of name, address, social security number, make sure that anything relating to them is not in our system or anyone that we deal with. LexisNexis is one of the biggest data brokers in the world. Just so you know, LexisNexis is a Great Britain company. They have continental headquarters. That's how big LexisNexis is. Without LexisNexis, the reporting agencies would not exist. Without LexisNexis, IBM and all the information that IBM uses would not exist. Without LexisNexis, the court system in North America would not have the database and the ability that they have. Without LexisNexis, police departments and their system, their CABS report would not be able to do what it does. And these same private brokerage entities letting you know, look, we don't want to have anything to do with you permanently. Just leave us alone. Subsequently, everyone linked to them can't have your information in their database anymore. For your benefit, we have applied this as a permanent opt-out, removing any need to remember. Look at the language these people are using. Like, look, we don't even want you to think about us at all because we don't want to think about you. We don't want to have anything to do with you. Listen to these people's language. Removing any need to remember to contact us. You are a liability. We don't even want to talk to you because every letter you send, we don't want to have anything to do with you. Don't even talk to us anymore. Look, take what you want. Just leave us alone. Apply this as a permanent opt-out, removing any need to remember to contact us in the future to renew your election. But then they said, look, you might want to recontract with us nonetheless. If any time you would like to cancel your quote opt-out decision, please feel free to visit, they give you the link to obtain the proper form. When you do the database injunction, right? This is the type of letter these people will be sending to you. They'll be running away from you. When you do these things right, you would not be the one trying to run away from them. When you do these things right, you will not be the one playing defense, trying to say, you can't do this, I'm outside of your jurisdiction. No, 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 no. They will be the one running away from you, sending you a letter says, we're going to fuck off. Please stay away from us. When you do this right, they will be the one running away from you. Hey, I'm inviting you to come join the patron page. Not only do you get access to documents, posts, and videos that you will never find on any other platforms, you also get instant access to webinars that otherwise will cost far more. And we speak of things that usually we would not be able to speak of on any other platforms far more freely. On top of that, you get the opportunity to send me monthly questions along with everyone else's questions, so you can see other people going through similar circumstances. You never know. What you think might be a stupid question is quite often very valid. On top of that, you get access to monthly question and answer archives from several years back from people who have gone through it and people who are going through it. Get information regarding things you experience daily that you didn't even know you could take advantage of when it comes to business, work, or other personal things. There's a community of people where you can bounce information off of, and they can give you some tips and tricks based on what they're currently going through in their respective venues that you might maybe want to link up with. And there's a high likelihood you're not going to find them anywhere else. And you also get the access to directly send me messages. Oh, and also if you are a tier 4 member, you get access to yet another monthly meeting where we actually answer as much questions as we can, anywhere between an hour and a half, and in some cases up to 4 hours. In addition to that, we also show some exclusive lessons that are not going to be posted on Patreon or anywhere else but the tier 4 meeting alone. So come forth, come join the 500 plus people already on Patreon. And in some cases, we even give certain things out. And while you're at it, you might want to check out the store, subtlesubstanceservices.com. There might be a few things you want to pick up in there.